Hello everyone, this is Krusty783 here, and I have been thinking a lot in the past month about the return of Harumi and Ninjago Crystalized. Now, this is probably the real Harumi. I doubt this is a fake out, I doubt this is an avatar. I am pretty sure that this is the real Harumi, the one that betrayed Lloyd and served Garmadon in the Oni trilogy. Now, I am not a fan of the idea of bringing back Harumi at all. So much of what made her death impactful was the idea that she cannot change after this and that it's too late for her. And that she's thrown away all of her chances to be able to change, and basically has made her in bed, now she has to lie in it. So I feel that bringing Harumi back in the flesh has a very strong chance of diminishing this. Because her death in Haunted is just so beautifully tragic. She starts to realize that what she's doing is wrong, and right before she can really meaningfully act upon it, she dies in the exact same way her parents did. Killed in a falling building which was destabilized by some giant monster who's only there because someone was obsessed with revenge and decided to unleash it. I think something about that is really tragic and really powerful, and I think bringing her back in Crystalized risks detrimenting this ending for her. It also very strongly risks detrimenting Lloyd's story, who has spent the past 4 seasons trying to move past Harumi and move forward in his life. What I think is really interesting about the Lloyd and Harumi story is it doesn't fall back on the classical tropes of some insane magic means causes the person to get some perfect closure. For example, Steve and Peggy Carter in Avengers Endgame. Lloyd doesn't get that luxury, he doesn't get the luxury of a second chance, all he can do is move on and try to stop things like this from happening in the future. That is also very powerful. So in bringing back Harumi and Crystalized, the Ninjago writers are essentially walking on a giant tightrope which stands above a giant pit of lava. It is so hard not to mess this up. So how do I think they can do that? In short, I think they should lean way in on Harumi's insanity and bad choices. Harumi was always insane and hellbent on making Lloyd suffer, and I think they should lean into that way more. And so far in the marketing and clips we've seen, they seem to be doing just that. I saw this one tweet from a Twitter user called Kevin Liu who suggested the idea of what if the villains betray Harumi and she has to go rogue. I think they should not only do that, but lean into it. I think Harumi should not fight for the ninja by the end of the season, and not fight for the villains. In my opinion, whether Harumi ends up staying on the villain's side or not, she should be a total wild card. She should be completely manic and unpredictable in the way a character like the Joker is. I think having Harumi double down on everything that was wrong with her in seasons 8 to 9 would be the best possible route they could take. I feel like realizing you're wrong right when it's too late and you can't change is powerful enough, but I feel like the idea that Harumi got a second chance at life, something no one gets, something so miraculous, but ends up wasting it again, just out of her hatred for Lloyd, that's arguably even more powerful. I'm thinking, imagine a scene like this, but between Lloyd and a dying Harumi.
You just threw it away!
Please, Peter. That wasn't me.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Peter.
Even when it hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter! Peter!
What I really hope they don't do with this story is frame it as a Lloyd has to save Harumi's soul type story. Make it so Lloyd has to help her become good or something like that. When what they really should be doing is leaning into the idea that Harumi is someone who is beyond saving. Hell, like I showed in that Spider-Man clip just now, maybe Harumi can even dangle the idea of being saved as something she uses to manipulate Lloyd. She kind of already does this in Dread on Arrival. I want to lean into this scene more and have Lloyd show more emotion.
Harumi, this isn't you! Please. You were right. This isn't me.
Stop. Save it for someone who cares. It looks like you were wrong. You weren't the one who got away.
Since season 8, Ninjago has heavily been touting the idea that Lloyd is sad that he couldn't save Harumi. I think the logical final step for this arc isn't to have Lloyd actually save Harumi, it's to have Lloyd let go of this ridiculous idea that he could. Because Harumi in reality is an abusive fascist who has no interest in being saved. Her primary goal is power and revenge towards the ninja. And she will do absolutely whatever it takes to reach that, even if it includes dangling the idea that she could be saved. So I think taking this idea that Lloyd has to let go and blowing it up to a giant scale, I think is the absolute best call they could go for with this story arc. So, in conclusion, I want Ninjago to double down on the idea of Harumi being insane and beyond saving. Have moments where Harumi shows up be a complete oh my god, oh no moment. From the new clip, we can see that she's proficient with a sword now and is now a pretty competent fighter. Lean into that. Let's see her cause chaos. Brand this story arc as Lloyd having to let go of Harumi and try to move past his trauma, rather than it being a Darth Vader redemption arc, good guy must save the bad guy type thing. Harumi is a fascist, she is insane, and she is beyond saving in my opinion. And this is the idea the show has been setting up for 4 years now. I really hope they follow through on it. But that's all from me, I'm going to pass the mic on to you now. How do you feel about Harumi's return in Crystalized conceptually, and how do you think it should go? Be sure to let me know in the comments, let me know if you agree or disagree with me. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a like. If you found it interesting, be sure to share it with a friend. And if you enjoy Ninjago videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you know as soon as they come out. Before I let you go, I feel like it's worth noting that I've launched memberships on my channel now. And before you donate, just keep in mind, I'm not in desperate need of money. These donations are only available if you really want to support me and have spare money to throw my way. That being said, thank you so much to Nick Gamer G for being my first channel member. Your support is really appreciated. Ultimately though, just watching these videos, liking on them and commenting on them is enough of support for me. Thank you so much for watching this video everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.